My name is David Holt. My firm is the Smith Law Center and the Brain Injury Law Center. I've been with Fireproof now for, really, I'm sort of new to it, 3 months. I read the book, so I was familiar with what the sort of operating procedures were and what Mike had done. I met Jen Harvilla. She was the first person from Fireproof that I heard speak, and I was blown away by what she was saying, and I said, I need that. I need that. And so I then started doing my due diligence, so to speak, and talking to the right people. But then I got a chance to talk with John, and that really set me over to say this is the place that I want to be. John is one of those guys that just really wants to help you and open things up to you and tell you this is the way that and he's just very easygoing. And I had probably about a half an hour, 45-minute conversation with him. John was juiced, and he's been doing it for 15, 16 years, and he's still juiced about it. And to me, that's when I went back to my office and said, we have to do this. There are a lot of other these types of groups out there, especially for law firms. But what struck me most about Fireproof was two things. First of all, they didn't chase me. And there are other firms out there that kind of chase you and tell you they're going to do this and do that. Mike never did that. And in the first conversation I had with him, I asked him, I said, what sets you apart? He says, I've done it. I can tell you that I've done it, and I can tell you that it works. That struck me as important, that we have a group of people who are all of the same mind and who all are feeding off of Mike's experience. The accountability is critical to me. And I'm just starting right now, so I know it's going to be hard, and there are going to be some very difficult months ahead. But it gave me some hope. But they show you and tell you and explain to you, this is how we got there, and this is your path forward. Follow me. It's going to take some time, but follow me, and we can help you find those pain points and relieve you of those pain points. And to me, in the first 3 months when I'm having these conversations with the coaches and the accountability coaches and with Kate, it's therapy. And it's one of those things where you realize that having the people at Fireproof just to hear you and to listen to you and to say, it's going to be okay, we got you, and to back you. And then coming to these events and realizing that the setting here is critical. And I was telling Mike this earlier today. I said these small groups and the ability for us to be able to ask questions and get questions answered, it's hard to do in a national setting. It's hard to do at a big conference hall in Miami or in Arizona or whatever it is. I think it's absolutely critical to share good ideas, what things are working, what things aren't working, and to really rub elbows with Mike, with the people who have done it, and then rub elbows also with people who are having the same pain points that we are. So, I had dinner last night with some guys that I met, and we were just kind of collaborating and commiserating and just kind of talking about how it is that our firms are run and what our lives are like and what they can be. And that's, if you get anything out of this, it's friendship too. I'm a former athlete. I want to see goals, and I want to see goals met, right? I played college athletics, and I was a part of a team, and if we weren't all rowing in the same direction, you identify the people who aren't, right? And so that's what this has helped me. I see the ideas of the individuals in my office, the light bulbs are starting to go off, and we're seeing better cases come in. And then we're seeing more cases. Now we're signing those cases up too. So most people will go back to their office and say their intake is fine. I think at some point in time, we were probably saying the same thing. And then Fireproof teaches you that you need to really peel the onion back and understand how many leads are missing. And that was critical to me. When I went back to my office after Arizona, I started peeling the onion back and said, what are we missing? And I realized that we had to redo the way that we were doing our intakes, and it's a mindset. Fireproof is teaching us to all get into that same rowboat and row in the same direction. If you want and need help trying to put together the nuts and bolts of your firm and build a practice that you can be not only proud of, you can hand down to your kids, that you can make mailbox money out of, right? If you want friends, colleagues, people who care about you and that you can care about as well. And if you want collaboration, and the people here are humble, if you want to be a part of an organization like that, I encourage everybody to look into it. Call me, find me, I'll tell you about it. I'll introduce you to the right people. Because at the end of the day, I find, and one of the reasons I really wanted to join Fireproof, I got just instinctual. I'm a former cop, former prosecutor. I like to try to read people. I could tell Mike cares. I could tell John cares when I had that first conversation. Didn't know me from Adam, but he listened. To me, the humbleness of the whole organization and the openness of everybody is, you feed off of it.